Maybe someday, hindi na nila iisipin na ang pharmacist is someone lang sa community na sa likod lang ng butika nagbebenta. Mas magiging mas maging open sila na makausap kami and like ask questions about their medicines. Parang ma-realize nila na important talaga na malaman nila ang everything about their drug. Alam na nila na yung doctor, diagnosis, pero pharmacist talaga ang drug expert.
The Davao Pharmaceutical was one of the strongest chapters in the Philippines. Why? Because it was composed of leaders. At the time, Davao Pharmaceutical Association was really and truly a very dynamic group, one to contend with in the national picture. Just like any association, it also has its downside or ups and downs, as you say.
Many of the pharmacists are gayang ulo when in terms of attending these seminars, or let's say we have some activities for some activities like giving gifts or caring of the going to the mental hospital, and then or taking care of these the mga street children. So parang sa association namin, parang as an officer, yun lang, officer lang din ang nag-work. Only a few of these pharmacies join with this kind of activities.
Actually, we have started the organization from scratch because we have zero funds, we have zero loyal members, I should say, and zero activity. We are so thankful from the national organization that we were given that trust to host, even then that we were just on a premature stage of the reorganization. We were barely turning 2 years then, and so that activity gave us a big challenge, and successfully I think we really had done hosting that organization and had made a big difference in our chapter.
We live at different times of different challenges. We were as dynamic as the time demanded when I was a younger pharmacist. And today, the young pharmacists are as dynamic as we were given the circumstances that they're in. So we had our fun, we had our challenges when I was young and beautiful as a pharmacist. But I could say it's about just the same. The challenges are the same. It's just the time have changed. We are now more advanced. We have different modes of practice already. And we try to face the challenges today. And I would like to say that the Davao chapter of the Philippine Pharmacists Association are doing their best. The members of the Davao chapter are doing their best to really to live up to what was yesterday.
As a teacher, I usually motivate, or I usually encourage my students to be an active member of the association, to update what is the practice, the current practice in the profession. They don't just stay there in the drugstore or whatever business that they have, but they have to join also what are the activities of the association.
Here in Davao City, we have a lot of young pharmacists who are very active and who are very much willing to lend their time to participate in the different activities. I hope in the coming years that these young pharmacists will be taking our places in the association, so that it will, when it's their time to lead the association, they will also make a difference in PPhA Davao City chapter, and most especially in their profession.
For today, for this one whole year, ang purpose talaga namin is to lecture. Kasi yung meron din kami mandate sa WHO, ang problem ngayon is may mga emerging problem with antibiotics, may mga resistance na. So, gusto namin na ano muna sa mga tao na dapat alamin muna nila kung paano talaga yung correct na paggamit.
Ever since naman kasi na ako active na ako masyado, like since college pa lang officer na ako. Maybe YPG Davao mas naging active lang and on a professional level yung mga decisions kasi medyo professional na siya. Nung college medyo joke pa lang. Ito ngayon naman professional na, iniisip mo talaga na lahat ng ginagawa mo na events is for the betterment of yourself, tsaka ng society, tsaka as the buong YPG and PPhA level na talaga na makilala ang pharmacist na important ang namin sa society, important ang role.
Well, siguro kung wala ko nag-join sa association, mas dili ko ma-expose sa mga community, mas dili ko ma-expose sa kung sa yun ang pharmacist. Kay kung pharmacist ka sa isang community, tapos dili ka ma-expose sa kanang sa ubang tao, dili ka magipag-associate, syempre kanang baliwala lang po siya kung sumusga po.
Dalawang community na kasi yung nagawa namin na ganitong event, and so far, ang response naman ng community is parang tanggap naman nila yung mga nangyayari, tsaka tawag nito, na-appreciate naman nila ang role namin as pharmacists. Hindi na siya yung tindera lang. I mean, we're significant part of the therapeutic team.
Ako yun, nagmatabang. Ay, nakabalong niya kung isay ko ng pagkuhan sa tambal, painom. Tapos mga anak.
Datong tabang sa mga kay nakabalo na mi kung unsaon na mo pag-inom sa tambal nga OTC or mga antibiotic sa pamaagi sa pag-inom.
Expectation for the new generation of pharmacists is to also love their profession. Now in the association in Davao City, we have always tried our best to include and involve student pharmacists in our activities. We encourage them to be involved because involvement is always the key. The early involvement which has happened to me has molded me to be active in the association, to understand the needs of the pharmacist not as an individual, but as a profession, as a whole. Now my dream for them is to be what we are now, help each other to promote our profession and uplift it to better heights.
There are a lot of setbacks that can discourage a person. But you see, when one has a compelling dream for something, you keep on, you stand up, you rise like a phoenix. And I so love pharmacy as a profession. And I love the experiences that I had with the previous groups where I grew as a pharmacist. And I didn't want it to stop with me. I wanted it to go as down to the generations to come for pharmacy, because I really truly believe in my profession as a pharmacy. So my compelling dream is for the profession to be as it should be, as it was when I was growing as a pharmacist. So I had to keep the ball rolling, so to speak. I have to reorganize so that this dream will never die, because pharmacy as a noble profession, everybody must know that. And the younger generation of pharmacists must have the heart for that profession. And the only way is for us to come together as an organization, because we can never stand alone. We have to be a group. It has to be a concerted effort for the profession to live on. And that is why the challenge of setbacks is nothing compared to the compelling dream of proliferating and continuing the legacy of pharmacy in Davao City.